Joe Rogan says there should be an asterisk next to Khabib's undefeated record. That asterisk should be calling into question the result, and were we given the correct result, in Khabib's match with Gleison Tibau. And that's a very big voice calling into question an adjudication that is well behind us. And I'm not clear who is being called out. Is it Khabib for believing that he's undefeated? Is it Gleison for saying he should have been given show money, win money, eligible to move up the rankings, possibly get a title shot? Was that the point? Or are we calling out the judges cage side who made this decision? And I never mind revisiting fights, by the way. I find it as a fan one of the more fun things to do. I think it's a great time to look back. Oh, wait a minute. Now, just a second. Don't tell me he's undefeated. He lost to this guy. And I think that we can do that lots. Dominic Reyes beat Jon Jones. But Jon Jones won the decision. We've got a guy about to fight for the world heavyweight title, which is the most coveted prize in sports. Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane lost his last fight. So how is he the number one contender? How do you lose a fight and your next fight is a promotion? How do you lose a co-main event and you move into a main event? How do you lose a co-main event that had no belt on the line and you elevate to a main event for the championship of the world? Very easy. Go ahead and lose the fight. Just make sure you win the decision. Happens all the time. There was a television show called The Wire. In the history of television shows, this is a top 10 show, and it might be number one. There's these two gangsters. These two gangsters, they're selling drugs and they're killing people. They're fighting over turf, right? You get it. This guy will cut your throat. He'll sleep with your wife. He has no redeeming moral quality, apparently. And he's putting a basketball team together. And they're going to play it in the streets at an agreed-upon time, under the agreed-upon rules of basketball. And he is heading up a team against another gangster who will sleep with your wife, cut your throat, sell you a kilo, and also has no known redeeming qualities. So, big game happens. They're paying all sorts of money, and they get this kid from the junior college, and they get him to move into the district so that he's eligible under the corrupt rules that the two leading gangsters in town have agreed to, and there's a spot in the game. And one of the guys, Antoine, the head gangster of the whole show, more likely to kill you, sleep with your wife, and sell you cocaine than the other guy, who will do all three of those same things, yells at the referee. The referee knows who he is. And he knows he's a gangster. And he knows I don't want to go against him. So the referee lowers his voice and he says to Antoine, hey, I'll call that back if you want me to. And Antoine tells him, no, you're not going to call it back and give me one. Because that's not the way the game is played. And when I see people attempt to revisit an adjudication that was called and regulated by a commission operating at the discretion of the governor of that state, it's weird. I don't know why they do it. I don't know what their point is. Are we saying Khabib's not undefeated? Are we saying that Gleison Tibau had an even better record than we believe he did? Should have had a higher ranking, more opportunity, and double the paycheck? Or are we calling out the referees, the judges? Where exactly is the corruption? Something happened. And by the way, that body, known as a commission, operating at the discretion of the Attorney General at the pleasure of the governor, has a process. And if something happened and a rule was not followed, leading to a false adjudication, you could protest, go before the commission, and play out that process. None of which were done. None of which Gleason Tibau elected to do. Because Gleason Tibau, much like Antoine the Gangster, understands that's not the way the game is played.